Hello, and welcome to this lecture on e-signatures in real estate. We're going to look first of all at the background and resources that you can look at for further information. Then we'll look at what is an e-signature. Then when can you use one? Then we'll look at Mercury signatures, which isn't anything like as complicated as it might sound. Then we'll look at e-signature platforms, which is even more complicated than it sounds. Then we look at some other unusual ideas like how you deal with companies executing documents. And then we'll look at some useful guidance that's been issued by the Association of Property Support Lawyers, and then walk through the DocuSign and witnessing platform. So e-signatures are very, very popular at the moment. And I think it's being driven partly by the IT industry as they see it as another way of selling a product into the legal system. And partly because everyone assumes, oh, surely it must be easier if we use an e-signature. But the reality is that wet ink signatures are not going to die anytime soon, because the levels of complexity that could be caused by using e-signatures are not to be underestimated. Then we have the conveyancing certified e-signatures and the use of signature platforms. Now, it may be that you want to use a e-signature platform. It could be because that's what your client does, maybe repeat business, or it could be that there are other reasons why this is going to be used. So you will need to use an operating system that manages the electronic signing process, including the creation of the electronic signatures. And as I said before, Land Registry will use anything within their list. They don't prescribe, they don't have an approved list, sorry. They just want you, basically, as a conveyancer, to be certifying that. So DocuSign is probably the front runner that everybody's using. Some of you may or may not have had a look at the DocuSign platform, and you can click on the link on page 16 of my notes, and it'll take you through to their web page. Now, this original package without witnessing costs £400 a year per user for up to 5 users. Now, if you're a small firm, you may be able to do that. However, if you're more than 5 users, that goes into their special negotiation direct. So that is going to be an additional overhead for the firm that they're going to have to swallow. So we're talking about probably at least £1,000 a year for probably double or treble that for a firm of solicitors to use the DocuSign platform. And that's the basic signature just for a contract that doesn't involve witnessing.